Caribbean, live from Capital Studio B here in Orlando. You're talking global radio, and let's take her global right now. In the studio, well, we got her on Zoom. You'll figure out more about that when you check out our social media platforms. We got Queen T. Good afternoon to you.
Pleasant good afternoon, Barbados, and the world at large. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thanks for having me once again, another year.
Well, it's a good year.
Yes,
it's a good year.
Yeah.
Last year, 2022 was the warm up, the test, just to see, is the water hot? Need a little more heat. And this is 2023, and something tells me Queen T is going to bust it loose this year.
It's true. We definitely have the heat, the physical heat, and the festival heat is all here.
What's your take on crop over as a Barbadian?
I think crop over is a staple of our culture. It's that one thing that brings people together from any background, from different places in the world. That's the one time that people appreciate culture. That's your time to free up, just let go everything that you've been experiencing all through the year, and that's just the moment for you and your friends and your family. So I think crop over is very important.
So give us a quick background for our friends across the world who are listening to us on Capital Global Radio here. Who is Queen T?
Okay, so Queen T is a gorgeous young lady. I love music.
I know. You have me smiling here, man.
I love music. I love the art form. I love finance. I am 33 years of age. I've been performing and singing from 10 to the age of 6. Like most persons, we start at concerts within the church, within the schools, pageants at schools as well. I officially entered the soca arena in 2010. In that year was where I would have made it to the finals that year, and subsequently have been, making my contributions yearly, having made it to semifinals, trying to take part in all the different aspects of the festival. I just love music. I love anything culture. So that's me in a nutshell.
Well, what made make my left eyebrow raise, Queen T, is when you said, well, as I left church, I started to sing soca. Check that out. Well, the pastor wanted to have a word with you, right? He said, come, girl, come, let's confession time.
Yes, it's not I left the church. It's just when you become an age where you're able to explore more.
And you're responsible about it too.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me about some of the people who inspired Queen T into becoming what you are, into being a performer.
Been inspired by Patrice Roberts. I love her growth. Her growth has been very obvious. You can, if you watch her videos from years ago, you can see her progression, and I kind of could connect to that. I'm inspired by Alison Hinds. I think she's the queen. There's no introduction needed. Destra, I also love Destra as well. So those are the persons that you would watch as you try to learn and see different things about performing and the art form. Those are the 3 persons that I would say I would watch.
Well, before we get into your song, Live My Life for 2023, what I realized about the ladies that you spoke of in this particular genre of music, they basically, what you call, they take it to the wall. And I get the feeling that is the kind of energy we will get from Queen T for 2023, taking it to the wall.
Correct. For me, when I perform, it's like an out-of-body experience where you just put everything aside and just be free. Free your mind, free your body, free your spirit, and just be free and just transfer that energy over to the audience.
Let's take a taste of Queen T for 2023. Live My Life on Capital.
Live my life, take the wine. I'm so grateful and confess I live my life.
That's the kind of music you'd say. I will give that a double spin a little later on here before we sign off here on Capital 99.3. This is Primetime Crop Over, all courtesy Chef at Coca-Cola, Frosty's Ice Cream, NCF, and we got the wheels rolling into Crop Over 2023. I'm Big George Wade. We are chatting with Queen T, Live My Life. And Queen T, tell us about the track that we just heard.
Okay, so the track was written by Jason Shaft Bishop. It was produced and recorded by Nicholas Branca, Chamber Studios. And a bit about the track and the lyrics is way more than what you're hearing. I would say it goes a little deeper, not necessarily only to deal with COVID and, the psychological impact that would have had on some persons, but more so beyond that. Sometimes people have an issue, a personal issue, marital issue, social issue, domestic issue, and that moment that you just leave the house and go to a fete, you may see somebody, you know, they're dancing and they're acting out of character, but that might be that moment to save them lives. You know, you just go there, live your life. It says, if you know the place I'm coming from, you would know why you're drinking me rum. So that just saying, like, you never know what some person is dealing with. And when they're out there, that might be just their moment to save a life, you know. So that's pretty much the gist of the track, you know, free up, put it all behind, especially females as well. I find sometimes females have a lot to worry about. They think a lot about the hair, what people think about them, their physical.
Correct.
They think about everything. They carry so much. This is your moment to just live your life, you know, put it all behind, just live your life. So that's a gist of what the meaning behind the track.
Well, I have to say thank you for being my first interview for Crop Over 2023 here on Capital 99.3. You are our first global interviewee. And we kicked it off with a slam dunk of a hit, Queen T, Live My Life. Thanks for talking with us. And of course, keep connected to Capital, Queen T.
For sure. I'm glad that you're enjoying the track. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Take care.